Hey there, it's Monday, December 20th, 2021, and you know what that means. It's Medal Monday. Today, we're going to be talking about a medal that is really special to me because it was my first triathlon world championships that I had participated in. So it really meant a lot to me because obviously, getting there is no small feat, and a lot of hours of really intense hard work go into achieving that to qualify for that event. So this was my first one that I got to travel internationally for to compete at the highest amateur ranks that you really can in the world of triathlon and sprint triathlon. So basically, how you qualify for this event is you have to place in the top 18 in the country in your age group, and the age groups are in 5-year increments. At the time, I was 31 years old, so that was I was in the 30 to the 35 year age group. So we'll take a look at the medal. So here it is. And if you look on the back here, there we go, you can see that. It says 2017 ITU Age Group Sprint Distance World Championships. And this is the logo here. So ITU stands for International Triathlon Union. It's basically the governing body for the World Triathlon. So they manage the world events like this. And this one really meant a lot to me, not only because it was my first one. It's funny how life kind of works out. I had been to 2 prior national championships, and I was next to the same guy both races. And the chances of that happening, like in the transition area where you set up your bike, the chances of that happening are really rare. And it happened, and we both made the world championships. He is much better than I am. He's really good. But it was cool to know somebody that I had stayed in touch with and got to go overseas with him. And he introduced me to somebody else who happened to live in Texas at the time. I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I lived in Buffalo at the time. And long story short, he's one of my best friends, and we live down the road from each other now here in Texas. So it was just cool for that moment too, as well as let's face it, 2020 changed the world, obviously, and it's interesting to think back to how free we were in terms of travel and the lack of restrictions and things like that. So it was just a cool moment in time to kind of look back and think about how much fun that trip actually was. And then I have my statistics pulled up here too. So we're gonna shift gears here for just a second. So I figured I would share with you the results from the race, from the official website here. And since this race, the ITU actually changed their name to World Triathlon. So that's what you see. Well, I guess you don't see it, but that's the governing body now. So basically, World Triathlon is what ITU is, the same organization, just new name. But I remember about this race too. It was so crazy. Usually in triathlon, you go to the same spot. So you swim, you run into the transition area, grab your bike, and then you go do the bike, and then you go to the same transition area, put on your shoes, and run. Well, this one had 2 separate transition areas. There was T1 and T2, and they were, very far from each other. And after the swim, you had a half-mile run to go from the swim to the transition area. So it was very unique, and it was on a bay, so there were like big bridges that you went over, and there were hairpin turns. And these races are draft legal, so you're this close to each other going, 20, 25 miles an hour, sometimes 30, and doing a 180-degree turn at the end of the bridge, So that was very intense, very intense. So let's look. So here's my statistics right here. Let's click on me. And, okay, let's go back here. Sorry, my bad. Let's just look at the results here. So Goldsmith, so I came in 65th place. Whatever, I was there. Let's see, 11:5:32 is my number. So I did 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 33 seconds. My swim was 12:49. 6 minutes in the transition area sounds like a lot, especially for a sprint triathlon. But they marked you as soon as you got out of the water. So that half-mile run was a part of that, So that was obviously very long. The bike, I did 36:50. The second transition, only 2 minutes, which still is a long time, but considering how big that was, really not that bad. And I did 19:19 on the run for, like I said, that total time of 1:17:33. So this one really meant a lot to me, to have the privilege of competing in a world championship and representing your country, the United States of America, and having Goldsmith on your chest was really, really something special to me. So I don't know if you know this or not, but what I'm doing is making these medals an NFT. You've heard of NFTs. So what I like about the idea of NFTs, though, is making them with utility. So right now, I'm in the process of getting my personal trainer certification through NASM, and by purchasing the NFT, and I'm only making one, so one per race. I'll have the link in the comment section below. You can click on it, take a look at it. You get 1 month of free personal training virtually with me, one-on-one, individualized personal training once I get that certification done. So it's kind of like putting it in the bank. So, it's kind of like a cool, utility. Like I said, I think it's kind of a value for value kind of thing. So I hope my stories inspire you to try your best, to go as hard as you can, and rethink what you think is possible of yourself. And that's really at the crux of everything that I do. So if you are interested, the link is below. You can buy it on OpenSea. And then, like I said, once I get my certification, you will get 1 month of free personal training with me, which obviously costs, it's not cheap. And I want to provide you with a service for investing in me. So that's really the whole point there. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm constantly making videos to inspire and motivate and, just prop everyone else up. Rising sea raises all ships, right? I think that's right. It's close, you know what I mean? But, yeah, thanks for watching again. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week for another Metal Monday.